and play Madden? Then dag, you're pretty rad and I take it all back, come on.
I am like the Magic Johnson of this team. Okay, like we have some great players, some great people. Stu did an amazing job with the draft. You know, I couldn't be there. I had to tend to, my other business. But
well, I think
amazing job.
It's a good place to start, though. Okay, the first controversy of the MADDEN COVID Classic was Storegate, where Tabriz had to go to the store during the draft. So can you give more info on that?
So we ran out of supplies here. I was like, I have somewhere to be. But I knew I was leaving everything in good hands too. Great hands, actually, amazing hands. The tenderest hands of all time. It's just we ran out of stuff here at the at home base, and I had to go because I'm the quickest driver here. So it's like, all right, cool, in, out, let's go.
And Stu, when you heard that Tabriz had ran out of stuff and had to go to the store, how did you respond? How did you respond so quickly before the draft?
I was like, well, I'm just gonna have to Tab's just gonna have to trust me and put some team together and all that. And with the way the draft went, I feel pretty good about the players that we got, and I think we are good enough to hang with everybody else and stuff. So yeah, I feel good about our team.
Well, let's go through this team. So the first pick, you had Lamar Jackson. What was the thought process behind Lamar?
The thought process with Lamar, he's basically the next Michael Vick right now. So, and Michael Vick's been always like a cheat code in Madden, so to say, especially when he was the cover athlete back in Madden 2004. So I figured, you know what, let's take a shot with it and just see if we can have magic happening with that. So, yeah, that was a lot. I thought, plus he's like the reigning NFL MVP as well. Not the Super Bowl MVP, of course, with Mahomes, but I figured it wouldn't be a bad option. It was between him or Breed, but because of the new age offense and all that kind of stuff, I kind of was like, I think I got to go with him though for first overall.
What was your instant reaction to Lamar Jackson being the face of your franchise?
As president of football operations, I got to say, Lamar Jackson is a great pick. He's a great personality. Like Stu said, basically cheat code. He's like the Michael Vick of Madden. And having him as the face of the organization, of the franchise, we expect to go long term with him. He's a great player. He's got great work ethic, great hustle. I just see him being pretty money. So my first reaction to that pick, I was pretty ecstatic, over the moon.
Does he remind you of a young Jalen Sequeira?
Not so much. Jalen never played football. Also, I would torch Jalen on any given day, and Lamar Jackson would torch me. So he kind of reminds me of a young me, in a way.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Stu, were there any picks that surprised you? Any players that were still on the board that you were really pleased about? Any sleeper picks?
I was happy at least to get the Seahawks linebackers. I know you were telling me before about how you wanted to take them and stuff, but they were just, when they were available and stuff, I'm like, oh, I got the Rams D-line and I got Aaron Donald, who's one of the one or two or three 99 overall players and stuff. And I remember hearing about when Madden 20 came out, Bobby Wagner was one of the other 99 overall players. Granted, of course, they do roster updates, and so he's not 99 overall, but a 98, that's still solid. So I figured, it's something to have two players that are 90, 98 overall plus on the front seven. And
your defense is really picking up nicely. But tell me a little bit about this creative player that everyone's talking about. He has a pretty wild name. I need to hear more about this.
We kind of decided to go with a combination of the two of us, just Tab and I combined together to form a defensive lineman, and hence the name Secure Art, because Stewart, and I know most of you guys know me as Stu rather than Alex, but just go with Stu, and then Tabriz starts with T, so put that Stu in front of Tabriz, Stu Brees, and then Sakura, but Stuart, you take Sakura and then Art, put that together, Secure Art. So Stubri Secure Art. And we ultimately decided to go with after doing a little bit of like thinking about it overall, we decided to make him a defensive lineman to kind of help round out our front seven, because looking at the Rams defensive line, yeah, they have pretty good, solid defensive ends with Donald, of course, and then Brockers, but the middle, like interior, was a little bit lacking.
I love the Secure name. I think we're going to need more of a backstory on him. Like I heard maybe he started off at Mount Sac and then transferred to a D1 program. I don't know. I'm going to need, we have all season to flesh out this backstory.
Yeah, he definitely did start at Mount Sac. That was, really his bread and butter. I mean, he played at Claremont for a little bit. Didn't really shake or make any moves. Didn't impress any scouts. But went to Mount Sac, and that's where he really refined himself and just tried to learn his craft. Started out as a linebacker, but then moved to D-line, and that's, the way that he busts through those gaps, like it's absolutely incredible. And the league's gonna have to watch out. The league is definitely gonna have to watch out for this guy.
Last thing I need to know: how are you guys getting through the quarantine? Any TV shows you guys are watching that you can recommend?
I'm currently just catching up on the Clone Wars because, like, with this last season that came out, I heard that it finally lines up with episode 3. And I'm like, I'm interested, but then I'm like, I got to go through all of the first, like, couple of seasons that I've heard have just been a bit of a drag just because of how more kid-centric they are. And I'm going to be honest, it was a bit of a drag to get through the first couple of seasons, but it's definitely picked up, like, after the 3rd season. So I'm, like, in the middle of the 5th season right now.
Nice.
So.
The Office. You can't go wrong with The Office. Great classic. I don't know what season I'm in right now. I think I'm in like season 6 of my rewatch right now. Also been playing a lot of Call of Duty. Getting back to the old heydays of just shutting people down. Keeping that competitive edge alive.
I love it. Well, you guys are your first head-to-head match isn't until week 9 against myself and Kendall, so it's pretty good. And then you guys have a week 12 matchup against Kyle, and then you have a week 13 matchup against Ryan and CJ, and then a week 14, so we get 3 weeks in a row against Austin and the Chiefs. But because you guys don't start till week 9, we're going to put you up against the CPU in week 3. You guys are playing the Jets, so Jets. This will be a pretty good start to the season. Thanks, guys, for playing, and stay safe out there. Talk to you guys soon.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.